Hey friends, Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. Now, according to you, our viewers, at least when it comes to traffic, the Shelby GT350 Mustang is one of the hottest cars in the last year. And while I still haven't had a chance to drive one yet, and I'm itching to, I got a chance to turn one over on its side. Well, at least Ford did, so we could get a real close look underneath and see all the different parts that make it truly special. The first changes you'll notice over the grocery-getting Mustang GT are the massive slabs of aerodynamic cladding to smooth the airflow underneath its speed and direct air where it's needed for cooling. Note that our display car has a lot of holes cut into these panels for the sake of showing off its hardware. This isn't how it comes from the factory. Cooling, though, is the name of the game. Up front through the holes, we can see both an engine and transmission oil cooler mounted on either side behind grills in the front fascia. There are also dedicated brake ducts routed to its large Brembo brakes. Further back, the lower shield has a kick-up that directs air up into the transmission tunnel for additional cooling. And at the rear, there's an electric pump that circulates a differential fluid to a long, thin cooling radiator that's mounted in the center of the rear fascia. The GT350's exhaust system is comprised of 3-inch stainless steel tubes front to rear with an integrated X-pipe. It's not the heavier and more complex system we saw in the Boss 302 with its side outlets, but every bit as musical to the ears. Suspension differs from the standard Mustangs with thicker anti-roll bars front and rear, stiffer springs, and lighter components like up front with its unique aluminum spindle uprights, and at the rear, lightweight aluminum control arms can be found as well, mirrored for counterwound springs. A good deal of unsprung weight is also saved with 19-inch carbon fiber wheels on the GT350R. These have previously been property of exotics. Here in close-up, you can see the fiber construct and a cross-section of the wheel with its aluminum inserts at the hub for additional strength. But putting some of that weight back is its huge Brembo brakes up front that feature 15.5-inch two-piece rotors comprised of an aluminum center hat and iron brake surfaces squeezed with those huge 6-piston rotors. MagneRide adjustable dampers are also found front and rear, which can adjust the stiffness or the compliance in milliseconds depending on the road conditions, driving behaviors, or how you have your drive mode set. We're not talking a lot about the engine in this video because we've done one on it before, but from underneath it has a number of unique features like a huge composite oil pan with a windage tray. Along with the oil cooling system, it has a 10-quart capacity. Sending its 527 horsepower to the rear wheel starts with an extra heavy-duty dual-mass flywheel and a clutch assembly sandwiched between the engine and the Tremec TR3160 6-speed. At the rear, a Torsen limited slip differential and beefier half shafts do all the rest. Well, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Now, if you want more detail and a full photo gallery, you can click on the link down below from our partner site, themustangnews.com. They're the biggest and best Ford and Mustang website on the net. We know because we own them. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel right there by clicking on the link on your screen. We test drive one, sometimes two vehicles every single week, and one of these days we will drive that GT350. There's always something new, so stay tuned.